Hey guys, good afternoon, welcome back to our channel. How are you guys doing? Hope you're enjoying Gistmas. Are you liking? Are you subscribed? Are you sharing? Please do so. Help our ministry, help our work, spread the gospel. Thank you everybody, Obodooyinboconnect fam. I appreciate you. Thanks for your love, thanks for your support. So what did I want to talk to you guys about today? It's about the attitude of some Nigerians to single mothers. There are some things that are very amazing in our culture and our traditions that we like. We promote them, we encourage them because it is good. But the thing about culture is that any culture, any cultural beliefs or tradition that does not evolve becomes obsolete. Doesn't serve anybody if it doesn't evolve. And the way culture evolves is that with time you look at it as a people, what is working, how does it serve the people, how does it help our people, is this actually working for us? It's just like when we have the conversation about bride price. Similar to it, bride price is a cultural, you know, tradition or cultural thing that we do in Africa, and people are advocating now saying that because of in some parts of Nigeria, when the people are asked to pay too much, that it might be why some people cannot leave marriages and it brings abuse. There's argument for and against. Okay, but today is not about bride price. Today I want to talk about some attitudes, negative attitudes towards single parents, single mothers especially. So from time to time, we see the stigma that is associated with being a single mother. There is a subtle kind of shaming, you know, disgracing and always looking down on women who find themselves, you know, with children, either maybe because their marriage has broken down or their husband passed away or they didn't get married at all and had children. Yeah. Is a big deal in Nigeria, and I see it as well all the time on social media. Even people who are not married will come for them. You, this single mother, you know, it's become something like it's an insult. You, this woman who couldn't make your marriage work. It's so, in this day and age, in 2022, I personally think that it's shameful for people to be stigmatized like that. So I want us to sit back and reflect on it and think about this critically, what it does, the shaming of single mothers and the stigma associated with being a single mother, what it does. First of all, let's look at it holistically. It takes two people, always a man and a woman, to have children. Even if you are doing IVF, you are doing surrogacy, you are doing adoption or whatever, as long as the way we know it still takes the seed of a man and the womb of a woman to make babies. So two adults, whether they planned it or they didn't plan it, but two people always make children. What I find in our culture is that men can be married multiple times or have children from multiple women. Nobody frowns at it. It's, oh, he's a man, so it's okay. They can still marry, they can still, you know, date younger women, much more younger women. Take, for instance, you know, Psquare, one of the Psquare, the one that is divorced. He recently came out and said that he's dating, he's been posting this girl who he said he's dating now. I hear she's a 22-year-old influencer. That guy should be about, you know, late 40 or 50. All right? He's married, so his first wife ended, and they have 3 children. I'm going to use it because this is a very good example of what we see when women are being shamed and stigmatized for being single mothers. I don't know what happened in their marriage, you know. They've had problems in their family. Who doesn't? We all have problems in our families. He's had problem with his twin brother, you know. And I understand that the wives were not agreeing for whatever reason, that Anita and the other wife, which is the one that the Yoruba girl, is it? I don't know her name. I think it's Tola or something like that. So the marriage ended. The first wife took the kids and moved, relocated. I think it's the US. So now she's raising the children by herself because their marriage broke down. She's a single mother now. The husband, and this is not to say that, you know, she's at fault or he's at fault why the marriage. I don't know who's at fault. I wasn't in their marriage. I don't know. This is not about their marriage. I'm talking about single parents, especially single mothers, and the stigma, how women are stigmatized and men get a pass, which is something that is a product of patriarchy that is exacerbated by women. It's women that usually do this. I think it's a thing of, you know, women are very competitive. We are competitive by nature, and people want to show that they are proud. So when it comes to the hierarchy of marital status in Nigeria, being married is on top. Being married is the one that people always feel like if you are married, then you deserve respect. But I think every human being deserves respect. Not everybody go marry. Not be everybody go born children. It's always been like that. It will always be like that. The earlier people realize it, the better. If this is the desire of your heart, you desire to marry, God hasn't done it. I pray that God will do for everybody. If you desire to have children and God have not done it, God hasn't done it, I pray that God will do for everybody. But not be everybody go marry. In the case of the poor Psquare twin that I was talking about now, he has moved on now. He's celebrating the 1-year anniversary of his relationship with his newfound love, a young girl. And I think a lot of people on social media have something to say about how a young girl like this, who is only 22, is going to be a stepmother to 3 whole children, 3 whole human beings. Nobody is shaming him or saying, oh, you're a single father, you're a single father. Okay? If I had seen comments on social media, it's even the girl that the young girl that he's dating, that people are talking more about, that she's this, she's that, I don't know. People always have something to say. That one is not, it's normal. But I tell you, it's always easier for men to move on. They move on very quickly, you know, because most times when marriages end, is the woman that has the responsibility of looking after the children, except in rare cases where the man wants to, especially when the children are young, except in rare cases when the man wants to say, oh, I want my children with me, and they will use some kind of power that they have over the woman or influence or money to take the children with him. Men can't look after children like that, because don't forget, they've got they are not, first of all, they are not nurturing like we women. It's women that nurture. Okay, daddies can do 1 or 2 things. They can help if they live together, they spend time with the children, but a woman is the nurturer. The mother is the nurturer. That is the role of a mother. Right from when babies are small, you are the one that the child will feed at your breast. So we nurture. That's our job. But the point I'm making here is that if it was this Psquare's, if it's the wife, the ex-wife that is dating a younger man, or even not a younger man, just a man, people will come and shame her. They will tell her, why are you dating a single mother? So you want to carry the responsibility of another man's wife. You want to be looking after another man's children. Are there no single women anymore? And most of the people that were making this comment are fellow women. Why? Why must a woman be the one that bears the brunt of when a relationship fails? Which I am sure they both contributed to one way or the other to why it failed. Every relationship is not always one person. No matter how you come and say, oh, even if you didn't do anything, the fact that you married that person, then take some responsibility. No matter what happens in that relationship, the fact that you agreed to go into that marriage, then you got to take some responsibility for why the marriage didn't work. But oftentimes we see women being shamed, being disgraced. You single mother, you this, you that. And what it does, invariably, what people don't know is that when you keep shaming women and they see the stigma that is, you know, associated with being a single mother, they will not leave even abusive marriages. They will not leave. It's already very hard for a lot of Nigerian women to walk away from a marriage. It's very, very hard. That would be probably one of the hardest decisions. It's not every woman that has the courage. It's not every woman that is able to withstand what people will say. It's not every woman that has, you know, that will be able to fight with family, friends, church, and whatever circle that you belong to, you know, trying to bring you back. But you are the one that knows what you are going through in that relationship. So it's a very hard decision. They say when you know better, you do better. We know better now. We live in this part of the world. Is it good in this day and age for you to continue to shame single mothers? You see so-called influencers making videos and saying that don't marry a single mother, don't do this, don't get it, they will use you. I saw a video 2 days ago or thereabout, and this woman, you know, I've come to realize I wanted to play you guys the video, but I chosen not to because it's not worth my time. She was basically advising Nigerian guys who are coming abroad. If you are coming to Europe, she's saying that if you're coming to Europe, instead of you shouldn't date single mothers, that you should date Oyibo. Because Nigerian single mother or African single mother will use you. They will use you. You will do childcare. You will carry their children to school. They will do this. They will do that. They will do this. She said a whole lot of crap. Oyibo don't use, Abi. Oyibo don't use. How many of you have seen the kind of women that even the Nigerian men that are in Nigeria, some young Nigerian men will be dating American women that are 3 times their age? British women, Oyibo, both black and white American that are 5 times their age. They are older than their mother. The story of Angela and Mike in 90 Days Fiancé. If it's Nigeria, a young boy or a young man like Michael to date a woman like Angela, it's not only the fact that she's so much older than him, the fact that her attitude, you know, is so bad, she's seriously abusive. But because she's Oyibo, it's acceptable. If it's his fellow women say that will come and tell, they'll come and tell the woman, they'll tell the guy that, are you mad? If your people will see you with this kind of a woman, what would they say? But if now Oyibo is okay. I mean, why? We often say to brothers that they treat the way they treat, when they marry women who are Caucasian, the way they treat them better than the way they treat us, especially we Nigerian women. So in the same vein, if we are condemning that people should be treated, you know, equally, irrespective of where people come from, if you are nice to a white woman, be nice to a black woman. How can we then now say that a man should go ahead and marry a woman who is so much more older than her? She's obviously not only a single mother, she is a single grandmother. Some of these women are grandmothers. But our Nigerian men will be following them up and down. They'll be following them. They'll be following them. Nobody condemns it. It's okay. It's acceptable. The man is given a pass. But if it's a Nigerian woman, they will come for you because you are a single mother. It's not right though. Please, if you didn't have any respect for single mothers, start to respect single mother. The double, you know, standards of which we judge men and women who have relationship or have children and the relationship has failed, it needs to stop. It's just so not right. It's not right. I'm not sure if you take a group of Nigerian women, let's say 10, 15 Nigerian women, you put them together. Maybe they are single parents, single mothers. You ask them questions about what happened. They will tell you their stories. Everybody has a story to tell. The average Nigerian woman does not want to be a single mother. But life happens. So when life happens to people and they find themselves in that situation, we did a show yesterday, and a young lady called in and said that she lives in the abroad, and said that the guy she was dating he was sleeping around so much. They were not even married, but she has a baby. So that young lady now finds herself being a single mother now. They were not even married. They were planning to marry. She decided to pull out of it, and she will give a lot of credit to this platform, that this platform encouraged her, made her realize her self-worth, her value as a woman, that she doesn't need to settle. So we'll give glory to that. We'll give glory to God for that. What she said that really touched me was the fact that she said that the father-in-law to be, the man's father, was saying that she should be praying for him. She should be praying for him so that he will change, so that they can marry. So the burden of the success of a marriage rests heavily on a Nigerian woman's shoulder. And that's why you see a lot of us break our backs to see that the marriage... Well, I'm not saying that all Nigerian women are angels, that they are perfect. No. But I'm telling you what marriage means to the average Nigerian woman, in case you don't know. We respect marriage. Marriage is a big deal in our culture. It's a big deal in our religion. It's not like people who are from this part of the world, or, you know, people who are Americans and, you know, they choose not to marry because this is their choice. Because marriage it doesn't mean the same thing that it means to some people in other parts of the world, like what it means to people who are Nigerians, especially those who live in Nigeria till now. So please be kind. Don't be going after single mothers and you are, you know, you insult them, you discourage people from dating them, you discourage people from even you know, even having anything to do with them. You blame them for their marriages or relationship not failing, and you just continue to stigmatize them. If we want to break stigma around abuse, then you should also consider breaking stigma around single mothers. Because the reason why a lot of Nigerian women will not live abusive relationship is because they don't want that shame and the stigma that is associated with being a single mother. Take a minute to think about it. So many stories on this platform. So many women that have been deleted. And people say, why do you stay? Why do you stay? The reason why they stay is because of you, and you. Who is going to say something to them that it is a woman's job to make her marriage work. A wise woman builds her own home. That's why they stayed. The reason why they stayed is because they don't want the shame and the stigma that's associated with being a single mother. The reason why they stay is because they don't want you discouraging somebody who if they find someone in the future from marrying them or being with them, like it's a crime. You want to marry her? This one I don't born 3 children. This one I don't born 4 children. This one I don't born 2 children. You know, see, young girl. If men can marry young, why can't a woman marry, even if it's not a younger man? Why can't you just marry? Why can't you, because you're a single mother, why can you not attract men? Why? Why? It's because of the attitudes. We need to change this attitude. Allow people to love who they want to love. Stop making videos discouraging people from dating single mothers. Because for every child that is being raised in a single mother household, there's a father out there who probably doesn't know how that child is living. Very few situations that would you find where our people are co-parenting and they are providing, even though the mother is the one that, you know, the children are with, they are the primary caregiver, the children are with the mother. Some fathers don't look back. Some do. They, you know, they give money, they visit, they take them out, they go on holidays, but very, very rare. Most cases, especially when they have a new family, they won't look back. They start a new family with their new wife and, you know, they start having their own children. They forget about those children. So it is this same single mothers that you people are shaming, you are calling names and you are stigmatizing. They are the ones that will be the father and the mother. The day there is food, there is no food, not them. The day the child is sick and need hospital, medication, not them. The day the child needs to go to school, maybe they are teenagers, they are misbehaving, the school is calling, not them. The day the child will get into a fight, not them. They do a lot. They do a lot to ensure that these children grow up to be mentally and emotionally balanced human being. The job of a single mother is not a joke. Please respect single mothers. I'm begging you. Life has dealt with them in a way that they are, you know, it takes a lot of processing for them to even, especially the ones that their marriages have failed. You don't need to add to that. Don't add to their pain. So I'm challenging you today that is watching this clip. You're watching this video. If you know a single mother out there that is doing her own thing, breaking her back, doing jobs here in the diaspora, in Nigeria, try to put food on the table for those children. Give her a hug. Support her, love her, encourage her, tell her, you know, words of affirmation. Tell her that, you know, she will reap the fruit of her labor. Tell her that a day will come when she will smile again. Tell her that a day will come when another man will see her and not only see her in that role as a single mother, but he will see her as a human being who has emotions and deserving of love again. And back in the day when we were growing up, a lot of single mothers, they usually sacrifice their happiness for their children. Even the widows, they don't marry anymore. You hear them saying, "Oh, my children are my husband." It's not because it's not because their feelings has dried up, or they don't have, you know, they don't have emotions anymore. They don't need that touch, or they don't need relationship or marriage with a man anymore. No, it's because they are trying to save themselves. Some of them just want to save themselves the pain of even trying. Some are afraid, they don't want to be used, they don't want to be taken advantage of. So the cuckoo just said to and say, my children are my husband. So they will just stay. And so you see women who are in their 50s, some in their 40s, they will just be by themselves till old age. But rarely do you see men who are widowers or single fathers who don't move on. Most of them move on very quickly. So if a man can move on, please, let us give women the grace to be able to move on without the shame and the stigma. That's all I'm going to say. So if you see anywhere where they are bashing single mothers, don't contribute to it. Educate them. Try to make them see that life happens to all of us. Even those, ignorant people that are bashing them, they don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. How secure are you in your marriage that it's not going to crumble? Oh, Nigerians will say, I reject it, I rebuke it, God forbid. It's not my portion. But you don't know tomorrow. Anything can happen. I'm not praying that your marriage will crumble or that your marriage will end. But I'm saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you need more. Then today more. You don't know what is coming tomorrow. Life happens. So, please be kind. Many successful children have been raised from single mother's household. Example, Barack Obama, the first black president of the United States of America. He was the most powerful, that's the most powerful president in the world. He was raised by a single mother. Trevor Noah the other day was giving a speech and thanking black women. Incidentally, it was women that still had a problem with it. Hey, you're attacking black women. You're gaslighting us. Why you are not with one? Why are you dating white? Even black women say sometimes they try to help you. They are trying to help you. Now, self not go help each other. Some black women, that one is another conversation. The anger in us. Or let me say the anger in them, because me, I'm not angry. I'm not. And that anger comes from unforgiveness. And that anger blinds them to the point that even when something is good, you cannot accept it. Somebody is trying to thank you on a national television that is broadcasted around the whole world. You are still saying, hey, if you love us so much, why it doesn't matter. Take your flowers when you can get them and move on. So I'm just going to summarize this video by saying, please, kindness is free. It's free. You don't pay for it. And in this season, this is Christmas season, this is a time that, there's good cheer. People are generally counting down, winding down the year. You are reflecting on life. You are counting your blessing, thanking God for life, thanking God for good health, thanking God for your family and friends, for having a roof over your head, for being able to pay your bills, for your health, being well, for your children. You thanking God for life. Please, in all this gratitude, in all the thanksgiving that we are giving, let us remember to be kind to single mothers. Love single mothers. Embrace them. Celebrate them, because they are doing the job that is meant for two people. Most of them are doing it single-handedly. So they deserve flowers. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. What do you think about this subject? What can we do more to encourage people to be more open-minded as Nigerians, as Africans, to the plight of single mothers, so that, we can reduce the stigma that is associated with it? Everybody deserves respect. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves, not being shamed and stigmatized over even their choices, even those who make those choices willingly. Let's respect that. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in my next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'll see you in my next one. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Mwah! Bye, guys. Bye. Finally, I've arrived. Been driving all day. Whew. It is well. Thank you. Bye, guys.